Hello everyone, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 35 from Hirogaru Sky PreCure. This was a Sora episode, but there was something very peculiar about this one. Hirogaru Sky PreCure is a show that focuses a lot on a group dynamic, and they really feel like a family that is living their lives together. This is highlighted even in the character-driven episodes. So if we have an episode that is focused on Tsubasa, we're going to see that. A character episode that is focused on Sora, we're going to see that, etc. This time around, we had a very unique episode. This episode really stands out throughout the whole Hirogaru Sky season, and I'm not saying this as a good thing or a bad thing. It's just something I noticed. This episode was heavily focused on Sora, so much that the other characters barely appeared. Mashiro had some sort of relevancy to this, but Tsubasa, Ageha, and L, they just appeared because they had to appear. The family dynamic and the other things that we used to see in the regular episodes or even in character-driven episodes, we did not see in this one. And I don't particularly think this was a problem, even though I was missing my queen Ageha. I think this episode worked really well because the dynamic between Kaname and Tamaki, was it the name of those girls? Kanatama? Oh my god, I hope I'm getting it right. Their dynamic was very good. And Sora's dynamic with them was also very good, even though there was a particular thing that I did not like. I'll get there soon. So it's been a while since we saw the school in Hirogaru Sky, and I'm kind of thankful. I don't like the school setting very much in anime in general, so I'm very happy that Hirogaru Sky doesn't focus too much on it, and this episode also didn't. I feel like whenever they're focusing on school, it's because they're focusing on sports in Hirogaru Sky particularly. There are lots of sports events in this school particularly. We've seen, I think the last time we saw was in episode 17 with the Mashido Relay, and now we see it again with the baseball club pleading for Sora to help them because I think it's their pitcher. I'm sorry, I understand nothing about baseball. It's not something big in Brazil, so I understand nothing about the positions and such. So one of the girls hurt her elbow and she won't be able to play in the tournament that's starting. And so she wants Sora's help to train with the baseball club, with the baseball team. Different than the other clubs that wanted to recruit Sora to their teams, to their clubs. This one just wants Sora to help them. And I really like that Sora's always with her hero notebook whenever she goes, because she was looking at that, and one of the phrases she wrote in her notebook is supporting someone who is trying their best is a hero act. And so she really saw that those girls were trying their best in their teams, and so she wanted to support them, so she started training with them, even though she did not know what baseball was. And obviously we had so many funny scenes and some pretty athletic scenes from Sora. She's very good at no matter what sport you throw at her, she is going to kick some ass because she is amazing in physical activities. And obviously, apart from Sora helping the team, the big drama was because the ace of the team hurt her elbow and was not able to play. So she was sensing a lot of big dilemma because she wanted to be part of the team. She wanted to play, but not only that, she was the strongest player of the team and she wanted to be able to carry her team on. She wanted to be able to be the one to stand by herself and carry her team to victory. She couldn't do that because of her elbow. And then she received the news that she had to undergo surgery. And look, I think the idea of you not being able to do something you love because of a health condition is really hard on your heart, especially when you're young, like that girl, when you're a teenager. It's something very tough to go through. It's something that will take a toll on you emotionally. So it's very understandable that she runs away from the hospital and is not able to go through with the surgery when she had to, because she wanted to be playing with her team. She wanted to be the ace of her team. She wanted to be the one to stand there in court and win for herself and her team, and the Sorashido team. And her partner, Kaname, understood that about her, but she was taking her spot. So it was already something that Tamaki was feeling. And the pressure was on Kaname this time. And she did not want to. She wanted to be the one to play. So she was suffering. And here's where I have a little problem with the episode, because this girl had every reason to be feeling sad, to be feeling down, to be feeling depressed, to be feeling desperate, because she was going through a lot. And hardships can make you feel that way. So I feel like her feelings should have been validated a little more by the narrative, because at that point, Sora arrived and Skier had attacked. And we had different points of view being crossed there. So for the first time in Hirogaru Sky, after the arrival of the full team, or after Butterfly's team, I don't remember if it happened before. It happened in Butterfly's episode. Now it happened again. So it's the first time that Sora transforms by herself in front of another civilian. And it's a magical girl rule being broken. Hirogaru Sky is breaking the rules. Butterfly also did that in front of one of her students. And Sora was ready to become Kira Sky and fight. And so she did. She was fighting, and while the girl was wondering, oh my god, I've heard about heroes that save our city, and that's what Sora was doing, that's what Kira Sky was doing at that moment. And so she started fighting by herself. She saved the girl, she picked the girl, put her away from the fight, and she talked about the power that she had to fight in that moment, which is, I have the power to fight because I'm not fighting by myself. And then the rest of the Hirogaru team arrived, and it was very funny because they were all very serious, and Butterfly was doing a V pose. I love that so much. It was great. And the fighting scene was very nice. Actually, I was very surprised because, I was not expecting to have this great of a fighting scene in an episode like this, but they really delivered. It was so much fun. They all did so many nice movements. Butterfly with the shield in a very nice way. Majestic calling for Butterfly's buff. Girl, it was so nice. And obviously Prism and Sky using their moments there. It was great. Both of them, this strong duo. For a moment, I really thought that they were going to end this fight with Updraft Shining. But we need to sell the most recent toy, which is the Kurunikurun. And so they did the new attack with the 5 of them. And Skier just left. Skier for now, is just being a chill villain. I'm pretty sure he's going to fire up soon. Baby, I'm scared of Skier all the time. And here's where I had a little problem with everything. Sora showed Tamaki. I'm saying Tamaki, but I'm not even sure if that's the girl's name. I hope I'm right. But still, she was talking to the girl, and she was saying that she was powerful because she was not alone. She was fighting with people that she trusted, with people that she built that trust. And for Tamaki, it would be the same. She built so much trust, and she fought so hard along with the other girls, so she should trust them. And while that's a nice philosophy, there's a very huge difference between Sora and Tamaki here. Sora is able to take part in the fight. Tamaki is not. Tamaki is in the hospital. She can't do anything. She has to take care of her own health and leave the fighting to her teammates. So it just didn't really work for me, even though I feel like having a strong focus on Sora like this episode did worked very well, because Sora has wavered in her hero ways a couple of times during the course of the season, which is normal. She is trying very hard to become a hero. And now she is able to have a heroic position, without anyone else's help, because she knows she has everyone's help. She knows Mashiro's there by her side and all the others are there by her side. But sometimes she has to work by herself. And I feel like this episode showed it very nicely. She is a hero. She is a strong, strong hero now. This episode made it very clear. So I liked this episode a lot because of this. And so this episode ended with Tamaki being welcomed in the hospital by her whole team after the battle that they had, and they won. Even without her, they won. So she was happy, she was relieved, and she was able to undergo surgery and root for her team during the tournament. So overall, I think that for Tamaki, that was a very good experience, and Sora's help through the team also made things work very, very nicely. And so I feel like this episode will really stand out among Hirogaru Sky for it being so unique in a season that focuses so much on group dynamics like this. So this episode is really something different, something else. And I forgot to mention Bata Monda also appeared in this episode. I love that. How cool is this? I hope they don't forget Monda and the other ex-villains as well. I hope they keep on making little cameos like that. That is just going to be amazing. But Empress Underg, I want to see you, baby. I want to see you. I'm very curious. Anyways, episode 35. Now it's time for Hero Corner. My Hero Corner of this episode was when Mashiro and Sora were talking and they were walking together. And Mashiro turned to Sora and told her that Tamaki reminds her of Sora because Sora is an ace. Sora is someone who is able to power people up and to make people stronger with her presence and with the way she fires people up. That's what a hero also is. And so I love that scene because I feel like it also highlighted a little bit more on Mashiro's and Sora's dynamic and relationship and the way Mashiro sees Sora. I love that. That's so cute. Anyways, this was my opinion on 35. I'm very excited for next week because Ageha is coming back with a focused episode. I'm so curious to see what they have in store for us. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.